We're in for a real treat.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hey Disney fans, come join the fun. Corey and Lawrence, the magic's begun. From the parks to the stories we adore, let's dive into the magic. There's so much more. It's the DizPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. We entertain and teach every step of the way. With stories and facts, we brighten your day. From Disney history to tips and tricks, we've got the magic mix that always clicks. It's the DizPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic, the joy and the cheer. Together we'll make memories year after year. The DizPod, let's all sing along. With Corey and Lawrence, the magic's never gone. Bringing joy to your day in every way. In the DizPod, where the magic's here to stay.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Season 3. I'm going with Episode 9. I got my guy Lawrence here with me. My tremendous, I don't know if co-host isn't the right thing. We're like both the stars. I can't fit this on my head. How did you do that? I don't want to get it. I don't want to ruin this thing. But
no, I had to put him over.
Look at it, man. Look at this. We'll come right out of the gate with this. Look at this merch. Look at this merch, everybody. This is absolutely amazing. This Season 3. Is that what the 3 is for?
Yes.
Excellent. Season 3, the DizPod. And listen, you have the hat on. I have the jersey right now. Look at this, everybody.
So you have 3 for the season. I have 25 for the year.
Nice planning. Look at the jersey. It's very Dodger-esque. It says the DizPod, everybody. I can show the back too.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk the audience through it.
Yes.
Let's see.
So yeah, he's got the jersey. It's got his name on the back. 25 as the number for the year, because this is 2025. It's got the number on the front. Did your college jersey have the number on the front?
I believe it did. I believe it did.
I think most of them do, but
I like that look.
Yeah.
The Boston Red Sox don't have that though. Do the Mets? I think they do.
The Mets do. Yeah. Yeah, the Mets have it.
Okay. And check this out, everybody. You ready for the completion of the fit? Look at this shoe. We've got the DizPod shoe right here. It is so beautiful. Absolutely love it. When Jacob saw these come in the mail, he's like, "Dad, you're going to freak out. You're going to absolutely freak out." And I did. And Lawrence got to see that because Tammy sent the video.
Yes.
The DizPod shoes, everybody. As comfortable or more than Hoka's.
That's amazing.
I love them so much that I cannot wear them in public. I am wearing them through the house, watching TV, things like that, playing some VR. I don't want to ruin them. They're too precious. But I can't thank you enough for such an amazing Diz set of birthday gifts, my friend. Wow.
Hey, no
you outdid
problem.
yourself this time. I can't top this. We're taking you to Alani. So happy birthday. Very nice.
So I'm going to let you talk for a minute so I can check something in the back end. We had a technical error starting the show. For some reason, it didn't start. Corey and I were just sitting here listening to the intro, and he started talking, and I'm like, wait, there's nobody there. We're not live. So I don't know what happened, but you are all here now. Thank you But I'm going to check and make sure everybody else is following us over.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, it looks like a low number coming in. I don't know if
Yeah, they're all on the other
everyone
one.
got the notifications. Oh, are they? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's
the number is not coming through on there. Where am I? I'm on Living in Diz. Are you saying we have more people on the DizPod than Living in Diz
no. It
tonight?
started a sec. It didn't connect to the first one, so there's people still waiting.
Oh, oh,
Nope, never
okay.
mind. There's 2 streams going.
Oh,
There's
two.
There's 2 streams going.
Yeah,
I don't know
for
what
the
happened
DizPod
there.
and Living in Diz, right?
No,
They
for
both
your
fired off.
channel. There's 2 on your
Oh,
channel. I haven't even checked Living in Diz. I have no idea.
oh boy. All right,
Yeah.
how are we gonna get everybody? Everybody's coming over now, I think. Did you tell them to come over, or?
Let me do this. Okay, there they are. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you are on the one that says Magical Moments as the title, I just put the link in the chat. Head on over to the other stream so that you can join all your friends over there. So sorry, everybody. Technical issue with the show. I thought it would connect the two, and it didn't.
That's all right. We tried something and didn't work out completely. But everybody jump on that link that Lawrence sends you, and we'll probably close that stream out. So if you don't want to be left out, hit that link and come on over to where it's at, because that's where we're really at. And all of your friends are over there too. Anyone listening later on in the recorded versions, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, just know we do record this live, so it's really not edited. So when these things happen here, just kind of bear with us, and you can scan through a little bit till you get to, us rolling. So it is, we're recording this on February 4th, 2025. And, for me, it's funny that you came on with a hat, because I asked Tammy, should I wear a hat tonight? Because I'm still looking very Frankensteinish, but I don't think it's well seen. I've got to wear the headphones off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
So for anybody that doesn't know, I sliced my head open, also almost from ear to ear, across the top on Friday night, and it was a terrible moment. What I feel the worst about is scaring the whole family. But I had a freak out. You slice your head open, you bang it on the fridge, and you look at your hands. And when your hand is red, mostly all red, you kind of go, "What?" So yeah. Jill's my hero. She jumped into action. She called the ambulance. I told her not to, but she did. And they came, and by the time they came, here's a funny thing. I might as well just tell the whole story for those who didn't hear it. So I hit my head. I come in. I'm screaming. I'm asking, do I need stitches? Do I need stitches? Because the blood was just profuse. And, I grabbed the towel and I put pressure, and Tammy stood by. She didn't have anything to do really yet. And Jacob was grabbing some gauze from some supplies he has, and Jillian disappears and she's on the phone. And, fast forward about 10 or 12, 15 minutes later, the ambulance has come and the blood has stopped, and I answer the door, and just beyond them, I can see the ambulance and the stretchers out on the street, and they're like, I said, "Hey, thanks for coming, but the blood has stopped, and I think I'm all set." And they said, "Hey," they yelled out, "Can we? You guys can hold off on the stretcher." I says, "Yeah, you can take that stretcher and put it right back where you found it." And they said, "Well, can we at least come check? We have to check you out. We have to take your blood pressure at least." I'm like, "Fine." So they did, and they were on their way pretty quick. But the funny thing about that is, before they arrived, you got to break it down by time. I hit my head about 7:10, 7:15. Really took them till, to my recollection, like 7:30, 7:35 to get here. And in that time, I'm watching the clock because we have a 7:45 movie to make. And I'm saying to Tammy, we got to make this movie. We got to get this stopped so we can make. She's like, "You're not going to a movie." I'm like, yeah, we can make it. I think we can make it. But in the end, And you want to know what decided to give up was that I knew we didn't have the proper supplies in the house to steri strip it, and Tammy would have to go out and get me some. So by the time she got back, there would be no chance to see the movie. The movie would have been well into it. So that was our Friday night, and it's healing well. I took a shower a little bit ago, and I'm able to get it wet now. We're going through the process, and it's looking okay. So probably be wearing these for about another week or so, I'm guessing. So that's where we are with that. That'll be a story we never forget, you know.
Yeah, that was.
But it doesn't
I can only
hurt.
imagine I being the kids because when I saw that, when
Series of photos.
oh man, like, wow.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was a shocker to you. Like, so this just happened.
Yeah.
You know, this just happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was scary for a moment there, but it was weird. It hurt, and then I put ice on it and took Advil, and it never hurt again. It's just starting to itch now, though. So I think the healing process
As
is
it starts to heal. Yeah.
starting to take place. But wore a hat all day today. Had to apologize to my patients. I felt like sorry, I'm not super professional today, but I have to keep my head covered. Do you want to see it? So most people said, "Nah, I'll pass."
Yeah.
I said, "I understand."
Yeah.
So there's that. I thought of something today. Is there something that you do, you or anyone else in chat or anyone listening on the replay? You can always comment. Is there something you do often that mainly a child would do, but you still do it? So here's my thing. Whenever I go through many doors in my workday where they're automatic sliding doors, I use the force on them all the time. I do a quick wave. Sometimes one hand, sometimes two, and I try to hit the timing right so they open. I do that all the time. So still a kid at heart, love Star Wars. I try to use the force multiple times a day. So I don't know. That could be a tough question. You might not think of anything, but I want to spring that on you like I usually do in the opening. But I use the force a lot.
I have done that. I used to. Now, if you go way back, remember they used to not be sensors up above. They used to be the mats on the floor, like in the 80s. So you had the rubber mats as you walked in, and that's how the doors opened. And actually, we're not even talking about the sliding doors. We're talking about the ones that used to open. And I used to, play with that and go, "Oh, you can't see me." Once they changed to when it was a sensor, it was like, "Oh, you can't see me," and I would see how close I could get before it would turn on. Or I would try and walk to the side and kind of sneak around it. But
Nice.
it always saw me.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool. Theo says this cannot happen. Corey has to wear a helmet. I think that's what Tammy said too. You need a helmet. Now I'm afraid. I'm afraid of that fridge. Like I go near it like real cautious, looking up at that handle and kind of bend down and move away quick. But I've never hit it before in 8 years. But man, you do it once.
Oh yeah, that's enough.
It'll affect you for a while. God. Man.
Yep.
So yeah. So we've got what do we have on tap for this particular podcast?
So tonight we're gonna talk about some tips and tricks. We're going to cover the news, and then we'll do this week in the parks. And I do want to say, if you've been watching Living in Diz, we've been trying to get the points working again. And so they were working on Sunday when I tested them during Victor's stream. So we should be ready to go for tomorrow night. I think that's a pretty cool feature that we were able to establish here on the channel. It's been a lot of fun. That adds a lot of that particular software adds a lot of things that we haven't seen really on a YouTube channel. When people subscribe, the lights behind me will change. When the more you watch, the more you gain points. Nobody's doing that. That just doesn't happen. So it's pretty cool to be able to do that.
Is this something we can test right now? Like if people do the exclamation and the word points, is that in activation now that they could see it?
I didn't have it turned
That we can
on, but
test
I can
live?
try and turn it on. I'll let you guys know when it's turned on.
Okay, very good. Very good. So hope everyone's having a great week so far. The weather is improving here in Orlando. It was 77 and warm. Some of the houses I went in today still had heat on, if you could believe it. And boy, did I sweat up a storm. You know, when you're just watching a guy do exercises in his recliner and sweat beads are going down your spine, you got to ask, is it hot in here or is it me? And I got them to turn the heat off and put the air on, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took Finley to
So
school today in a t-shirt, so much different than it's been over here. It was really warm here today, and the weather's warmed up for us for this weekend. It's going to be in the 80s. I think the low is going to be 60 something at night, and I think the rest of the time it'll be like mid 80s. So we're looking forward to the weekend for sure.
that's the weekend approaches. Just a few more days. What does that mean? It means the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding. It means we get to hang out with you at Magic Kingdom on Saturdays.
Yes,
Is what
and
that
I will
means.
for the Super Bowl. I will be somewhere in the World Showcase probably. So that's how I'm
Oh, I
celebrating
thought you
Super
were telling
Bowl.
me you were finding some place to watch it. I was going to say, come on up.
No, we will be. This is a very
No,
short trip.
when you, yeah,
Essentially 2
yeah.
days. A 2-day trip,
Yeah,
which
if
is
you were
not
there
fun.
for a week or whatever, I'd say, yeah, come up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But
Looks like we just got a super chat.
oh
Did your lights change?
no, they did not.
Did the lights change? Okay. Corey's cookie money, Fly Girl. Blast the chat for Fly Girl, everyone, for that $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Fly Girl. She says Corey cookie money. Haha. Very nice. Very nice. I appreciate that. I will like that and heart it because that's what you can do these days. I think that's a great feature YouTube has now. You can like the super chat, you can heart it, you can comment on it.
And I think a lot of that came
So that's good stuff.
from the other streaming
We
platforms.
appreciate.
You know, they have them on the other platforms. Will have
Okay.
the hearts and that kind of stuff. So I think YouTube is trying to keep up with them, and that's exactly what we're trying to do in trying to bring people over from Twitch and Kick and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. I think that's all I've tried so far. So trying to find people over there and bring them over to Living in Diz, which has been working so far. We're starting to get a following on Kick and TikTok. So good to see that.
Fun. I love that. I love that, and want to thank Fly Girl once again. Thank you for your dedication to the channel. You're always here. We appreciate it. What do we got? Hit us with something.
All right. So let's do the news first. We don't normally do news first. We're gonna do news. Oh, maybe we're not doing news. So there was some updates recently this week. The first one is we have a closing date for It's Tough to Be a Bug. And you know, this is not one I'm going to be sad to see go. It's not like I run over there every time I'm in Animal Kingdom, right, to go see it. What are your feelings on Tough to Be a Bug?
My feeling is I haven't seen enough It's Tough to Be a Bug in the last few years. I like the show. It's just one of those that is unstreamable, and that's the very reason why we never see it, because we're never in Animal Kingdom early enough to just kind of say, hey, let's go see It's Tough to Be a Bug, then we'll
Mm-hmm.
go live. But we're
Yeah.
gonna have to make sure we do that now.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I it's a fun show. Um, I
Yeah.
don't like saying unpopular things, but
Oh.
all things being equal, seeing this one and seeing Muppets 3D side by side, I kind of enjoy It's Tough to Be a Bug more at this point. It's not something I leave the park and go, "Ah, man, we missed It's Tough to Be a Bug again."
Mm-hmm.
Like I do if we miss, like, Soarin'. I'm always like, "Ah, we didn't get to Soarin' today."
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, it's a good show, it's fun, but, all right. But I do feel like I enjoy that a little bit more than, Muppets 3D these days, but, we do
Interesting.
love our Muppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I've just seen
stand on
Muppets
that
so
hill
much.
on your own. I love Muppets.
Of course. Of course. I love Muppets too. I love Muppets. Listen, I might go to bat and say I love Muppets more than any of you, but I just feel like I've been calling for a revamp of Muppets 3D for a long time.
Yes.
But I think the thing that really connects people to it is the sentimental fact that it's Jim Henson's final creation. Well, again, an unpopular opinion, right? But sometimes we have to move on sometimes. That can pretty much live on Disney Plus. It can. And you can watch it anytime you want. It's a film that's 3D. I mean, there's other special effects around you. It's great, but it's been around for a long time. I wish they would have just did a new film and kept the whole structure,
Right.
but who knows? Maybe Monsters Inc. will be great. We'll see. But maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my opinion, if I'm being honest. I love Muppets. I have Kermit the Frog puppet back there that I've had since the 70s, and I love Kermit. I love the Muppets, and I think Disney's done a good job with the films. Do you think they've done a good job with the films?
I do.
I think Jim
Especially the
Henson would be
Haunted
proud of
Mansion
them.
one. Yeah, the Haunted Mansion one I thought was on par with exactly what the Muppets really stands for. I mean, you go back to the Muppet Show and you had all these guest hosts and guest stars every week, right? And they were big. In fact, Rita Moreno won an Emmy for her appearance on the Muppet Show, and that's how she got her EGOT. And so that is really the essence of it. And so and then the kind of the humor that it has, and Waldorf up there. It's just it's great. And I think Disney has done a really good job. The Haunted Mansion one, I watch every Halloween.
Yeah, Kimberly also says that she loves Muppets Vision 3D. I was kind of hoping for an upgraded version. It would have been great to, for them to just revamp something new. But apparently, they thought that was the best spot for the new land. We've talked about that before in depth, but you still wonder. The strong rumor was that it was going to go in Launch Bay area. That area just because there are no structures, no buildings in that spot, it just looks bigger than the Muppets area. And maybe for some reason they felt like they couldn't switch that out, but there's nothing going on over there.
No.
I was hoping they were gonna hit that up over there, but not the case.
I mean, that whole area back there is pretty wide, really. Launch Bay is pretty wide, and I don't know how much room is there behind it, but because we typically walk in and then turn to the left, or the right, but
and you can go wider too. You can go wider than that too. You could knock out the Little Mermaid Auditorium. You could go across the way and you can knock out the Disney Junior show, which I don't even know if they still do that. I don't even pay attention to that part. Okay.
Yeah.
I would assume they do. And we loved it when the kids were there. It's a whole different show from when the kids went. But they could wipe that whole thing out and make it even wider.
Yeah,
There's
they still do the show. And then the character meet and greets are outside there as well.
Yeah. Does Finley still go to that? Do you take her ever?
No.
No.
If she wanted to, we would, but no, we haven't done that in a while. I'm sure we'll go see the Little Mermaid show when that comes back.
Oh, of course, and I'm
We never
sure
saw
it'll
the
be
first
great.
one.
I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, we loved it. It was great. When that Disney Junior show came out, the version I think it's still the version that's playing now. Is that version like the not even 3, maybe 4 or 5-year-old version? Because they switched it up with like racing Mickey. Is that still the story? Like Mickey's racing to the end or something?
Goodness. I want to say yes.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've done it.
We did a vlog on that, and Jill and I, broke it down at the end of the show, the vlog, and talked about what we thought about the new show. YouTube bagged us for that one, because it was totally for kids or something like that. I think they blocked it. Yeah,
got
YouTube
it.
wasn't nice to us on that one.
Got it. So,
but yeah, so Zootopia is coming.
So Zootopia is coming, and in fact, there was a video that they put out. I'll switch to that video.
Oh, let's see that.
Oh, hey, Clawhauser. Hi, I'm Jennifer Goodwin. I play Judy Hopps in Zootopia the movie, and now in Zootopia Better Zootopia at Animal Kingdom. As a team, sister, put your paw in mine. So as we start this collective howl, we are united together now. Judy Hopps is my favorite character I have ever played. Not only do I love the character, not only do I love the story, but I love working for Disney. It really is it's all the things you would want it to be.
For rap, that's good.
Thank you so much. Sheep. Why did it have to be sheep?
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, now it says winter. Tough to Be a Bug is not closing until March 16th. But it still says winter, and that video just came out yesterday or the day before. So,
well, I guess it's going to be that long to come up with it. Now, queue wise, I'm expecting them to not really change the queue. I mean, a lot of it is part of the Tree of Life. You
right.
have to keep that.
Yeah.
And it will still fit into the theme of animals. So that should be good. And I'm sure you'll still enter. You have to still enter under the tree. So, I don't know. I don't expect many changes, at least until you go inside. It'll be interesting to see what they do inside. Maybe the inside stays the same too, because you're inside of the tree. You kind of have to stay within that theme too. So who knows what the Imagineers will cook up for the show itself.
Yeah. I'm excited though. I mean, what representation of Zootopia do we have anywhere in the parks?
Country bears.
Okay.
Try it again.
Yep.
Oh. But no,
Yeah.
I'm joking. But that is it.
That's it.
It's a movie that, I think it really did well at the box office. But I think it was more of an international success than a domestic success here, if I'm
Okay.
remembering correctly. So, they have a whole land where in Japan or Tokyo, Disney, and it's huge there.
Mhm.
Don't know why. It's a different cultural thing. So we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how successful this will be, given that it's not as popular here. But we got to have the exclusive DVC meet and greet with Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde just a few weeks ago, and a lot of fun. Really cute. I didn't realize Judy Hopps had those beautiful purple eyes. They were purple, right?
Yeah.
We were like nose to nose. I was
Excuse
like,
me,
look
that
at your
was-
eyes.
That was
Thought my
that
wife's
was a
eyes
pretty
were
cool
beautiful.
meet and greet. I like that.
It
I
it
like that
was,
you were
and there
able
was
to
no
do
one
that.
else there. There was no one
Yeah.
else there to meet them, which I was told could happen. That you can have some pretty exclusive time with them. So we had all the time in the world that we wanted with them.
Mhm.
So really fun time.
So Anne Gilnack says she's already booked her trip for June 1st through the 7th with her son and her 18-year-old grandson. They're staying at Yacht Club. Very nice, Anne. And I hope your trip was great. It was great to see you on stream, getting around the park and being able to see Luminous in person. Let me know how was your trip? Give me some of the highlights in chat if you will. And we can certainly talk about that when we hit this week in the parks.
Sounds good.
So let's see. So speaking of Muppets, work has begun over in Monsters Inc. land. The structure back there has been painted baby blue. And this is basically at the exit. If you come out of Muppets and look to the right, I guess. It's there. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, I recognize that spot. I think that was a billboard.
Okay.
I think it was a billboard.
Okay.
Aaron's in chat too. He might be able to confirm that or deny it. I'm pretty sure that structure existed.
Oh, I see him there. Okay.
And I think it was I think it was a billboard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a billboard in that area.
It was painted, so it was something that existed. Cannot tell. I can't remember what it would have been there, but I think it was a billboard. I'll go with that. Okay.
It'd be fun to go through those gates, though.
Yeah. Yes, it would.
Right? And see what's behind there.
Yes, it would. Also, talking about Muppets, the line was out the door and around the corner for Muppets as people start to say goodbye.
People are nuts. What are you doing? People are nuts. Where were all of you? I might have to do this live and just expose people. Where were all of you when this was just playing show after show after show? You were walking around, you were going to Star Tours and going to, I don't even know, walking around Toy Story Land. Where were you? Where were you before?
So,
people do
that. Back in the day, 2000. So back in 99, 2000, I worked for Service Merchandise. Any of you in chat remember that one? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. So I was working for Service Merchandise and we had closed a nearby location. And so that jewelry manager came over to work at our store. And he was telling us how the store was closing. They're having the store closing sale. Some lady comes in and goes, "Oh my gosh, why are you guys closing? I love this store." He goes, "Ma'am, let me ask you, when was the last time you were here?" She was like, probably 2 Christmases ago. That's why we're closing.
Yes. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your business.
It's like, if you love, not to say that, if every seat was filled, it would still be around. Maybe it would. I don't know. But it was time. It's what happens. And then everybody's like, "Why are they tearing it down? When's the last time you go and see it?" "No, I always go to Rise and Slinky and Tower and Mickey and Minnie's." "Okay, well then maybe that's why."
This is the ride I go and sleep in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I used to talk that kind of smack if we could go to sports real quick. I used to work right down the street from where the New England Patriots would train, and had the chance to mingle with some of them, either coming off the field or come to the hospital that I worked at. They came for physicals, and if they needed an x-ray or something like that. So I was really close and tight a little bit there for a little bit with our New England football team. And, I'd go to camp and you look around and they had a little rope that separated you from the field. Like, I literally stood there. If some of you don't know, I'll move on quick. Get back to Disney. But, I'm standing there with Ty Law and Troy Brown and Tom Brady and Teddy Bruschi and all of them right in front of me and watching them run goal line plays and things like that. Then you walk off the field with them, So there wasn't a ton of people. They win a Super Bowl. All of a sudden, everybody's in line. Everybody shows up. Now there's There's no access. They have stands to sit in, and I'm walking around going, "Where were all you people before? Where were you all before? Just tell me." So it's the same kind of story.
Bandwagon. So Roderick says service merchandise brings back some great memories. Find the fun. Happy birthday to you. It says it's his birthday. And
Happy birthday. 360 days to their first Universal Studios vacation.
woo.
Start that countdown.
Crockett says, I think Muppets will return. I'm going to read this whole thing because we're aligned. I think Muppets will return with the same show in the building that will become villains in around 2027 timeframe once they convert Rock and Roller Coaster to Muppet Mayhem, and then that area will be Jim Henson Studios. Ooh, I like that. They should,
All right.
They should name it like Jim Henson Courtyard or something.
Yes, I
Something.
like that. All right. So let's imagine then. You and I, we are Imagineers, and we have been given this assignment of creating this new spot for Muppets 3D. You and I sit down, and I go, okay, Lawrence, here we go. First of all, we'll start with the actual content. What are we doing here? Are we just strapping up the same film and putting some lipstick on it with a cooled cue, or are we doing a whole new Muppets 3D? Are we doing the same one with some special couple tweaks and additions? What are we doing with this film?
So I think we go Muppets 4D. You always have to plus it up, right? So this one's going to be Muppets 4D. Okay. Which it really already kind of is. Kind of is. You know, the bubbles coming down. But you make it 4D, which means you have to have a new film.
Yes.
But can we get voice actors that sound more like what we're used to, please?
Waka waka. I'm up for auditions. I am up for auditions. Needs more sugar.
There's got to be somebody in the family that can do Kermit's voice. I'm just saying.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I have a problem with that. I really do. Why can't we find somebody that sounds like Kermit? It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. They need a worldwide search. That's what you and I would do. We would hire a group to get out there and find somebody who can actually speak exactly like Kermit. Can't we just use computers these days? Couldn't we just generate Jim Henson's voice and just do that? I mean, we can create visuals of actors on screen that aren't even really there anymore. We have to be able to do voice.
Right.
So I'm with you on that. That was genius. That's why I keep you around. 4D would be the way to go. We got to get the audience wet and some other 4D. Maybe come up with something else like you know what? Let's get the chairs moving. Let's get the chairs like
when I
bouncing
say 4D,
around.
that's the first thing that I think of, you know? So now you change it. I mean, you've got Muppet Mayhem right next door. You could certainly do something with the chairs. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're not in the show at some point, you know, and you know, because you're always watching the show they're showing us the show, the studio, and that kind of thing. So maybe you go outside at some point, and now you're bumping around.
Let's make the queue like a walking museum. You know, you can read a few things. Videos are playing on different screens as you go along. You know, how is a Muppet actually made, and a little bit of history and things like that. You know, maybe in the queue you watch a short documentary of Jim Henson and how the Muppets began. Have some real Muppets behind glass, screen used. That kind of thing. And then you go into the feature film.
Someone on Facebook mentioned all that stuff that's in the queue, all the props that are in the queue right now, and the pre-show. Right, the pre-show is a great pre-show. That video. And then they mentioned, you know, all that stuff they're going to waste, and I'm like, no, it's not going to go to waste. They're going to do something with it. And then I thought, well, what about all the stuff in the store? Right? That's up above. All that stuff.
Yes.
Like, you know, and that big Kermit. Oh, if they don't do something with that big Kermit that's outside of the closed store.
That's true, right?
Somebody's got to end up with that. If they're gonna destroy it, just give it to the Henson family, please.
Yeah, put Kermit on the ride building for Rock and Roller Coaster.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Aaron says that was a building facade. What we thought was a billboard.
Okay.
Which makes sense now.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was either a building or a billboard. Maybe
Mhm.
the billboard straight ahead on the building painted is what I was thinking.
And Crockett says the big arch sign over the path going into Rock and Roller Coaster will probably change to Jim Henson Studios, and Muppet's current building will be the Monsters left floor. Yeah, I thought they would move. Because it just said they haven't really given us much information about the Monsters show that's going in that building. So I thought, oh, maybe they're going to move that there, and then they're going to revamp. Because I'm telling you, that Tomorrowland revamp is coming. It's going to be announced at some point.
You can go back. You can go back to many episodes right here on this very DizPod where I predicted that, right? That's going to be a D23 announcement soon.
Yeah.
You know, once we get past these updates of what's happening now, that's got to be the next thing on their minds, which is a Tomorrowland, because it's Yesterdayland for sure.
Maybe they'll give us maybe at the next D23 it'll be Blue Sky. They'll probably do some Blue Sky about Tomorrowland, because it's going to be, like you said, they're going to wait until Cars is done and Monsters Inc. They've got a lot of projects. They don't need to be touching Tomorrowland right now. So just wait.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'd hate to say it, but maybe once Villains opens, then they start working on it, but that just seems so far away. I want a new Tomorrowland tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, it needs a total revamp.
Yeah.
It does. You can't touch Carousel of Progress though.
Nope.
You
Leave
can't touch that. I would go so far to say too is I love the structure of Space Mountain, but I wouldn't mind ripping out the guts of it and giving us a nice smoother track and just kind of give us a 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
could happen.
You probably don't want to do something as similar to Guardians, but I call Guardians Space Mountain 2.0. I said that right away.
Yeah,
it's in the dark, you know, and all that.
It's more comfortable to get in and out of though than Space Mountain.
Yes. It's kind of shocking that those ride vehicles are like that, right?
Man, that's a feat to get out of there.
What's the most difficult ride to get out of in all of Walt Disney World? Is it that one?
I think it's that one. I think Astro Orbiter, that one's terrible.
I'd probably give that one the edge right there. I would probably say that. I'm trying to search around in my mind for whatever else is difficult. I think as far as Magic Kingdom goes, that's about it. Let's see. I think in Hollywood Studios, I think you're good to go with pretty much everything over there. Epcot's pretty good too, from what me scanning around the parks really quick.
Yeah.
I think we nailed it.
Yeah. All right. New collection, Sorcerer's Mickey at Hollywood.
Oh, look at that. Oh, gosh. You all thought I was addicted to mugs. Man, I am in it with my wife. We are so hooked on T-shirts. We just look at our closet and we just go, we got to revamp this thing and thin some things out so we can make more room for our T-shirts. That is a need. That's not even a want for that Mickey T-shirt. And my goal is to get it before Aaron. And I just say that because Aaron's in the chat.
I think they were looking for that on Sunday.
Were they?
Yeah, they thought it might be at the Emporium, but this has only been seen at Hollywood from what I know.
Okay, so I'm supposed to go to Magic on tomorrow night. I'm supposed to go to Magic. It almost makes me want to go there because I don't think we have Hollywood in our plans for a bit. Ooh.
I have Hollywood in my plans on Saturday.
What? Oh, you going early and then gonna park hop?
Yeah, we're having lunch at Mama Melrose, and then we'll go see Muppets.
Nice planning.
Yeah.
All right, large and medium, my friend. It doesn't matter if it's 100%
All right.
material. I'll ask her. I'll ask her if she's good with that.
I'll
Sometimes
show
she
you.
forgoes the rule. But now I see a red shirt up there with the sorcerer hat. Okay, we're gonna look at it a little bit closer here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
got the
the
spirit
blue spirit
jersey.
jersey. There's the T-shirt. I
I
do
don't
like
like the
that
spirit
too.
jersey as much.
Right. I'd agree. Is it the color? I think
Yes.
the color does it. Especially sitting next to this one. Had I put it maybe with the red shirt, it might not have looked that different. But I just don't like the look of it.
To be honest, it's the color. I wish it would match the T-shirt and also the print. Unless it's the photo, the print looks off.
Okay.
Too much yellow in it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that print back there. The font reminds me of Christmas. It reminds me of Rudolph,
I could see
which I
that.
love Christmas. So that's okay. Not a big fan of that spirit jersey, but I love that shirt. What do y'all think in chat?
Do you know what the shirts remind me of? The 50th anniversary. Because it's the most magical place on earth on a shirt. And so when I read that, I can't help but say answer the call right after that. Just thinking
Oh,
back to
no.
that song.
Another unpopular. Is that unpopular to say that I thought that was the worst Disney song ever for the park?
There are probably some people that would agree with you.
Yeah, it's so corny. It's so corny. It's okay to be corny. We're like kids and it's fun, but no, answer the call. No. And I almost like to write off anything from the Bob Paycheck era. It was bad times in the world, and that's when Disney was going down the tubes.
That'd be a good reason to
We're writing
forget
the
it.
ship
I'm with
now.
you. Yep.
Yeah, we're writing the ship now. I saw these ears the other day, and I thought they were pretty cool. It's kind of like alternate colors.
Yep.
Because normally what's gray or silver would be blue, and what's blue would be silver.
Yep.
On that, I think. I'm
a
not a
hat
fan of
with
the
a hat.
hat. So
It's a hat with a
yeah,
hat.
so it's a hat with a hat. So this is my first reaction, everybody. I haven't seen this merch. So just giving some honest opinions. I don't like that hat. I don't like it at all. The
Why?
hat is too small on the hat.
Yes.
It's too small.
Yeah.
It is so small. And I don't like the version of the hat. You could have a little bit more of, because I think sometimes that hat isn't always straight up. Is it? Is it tilted a little bit at the tip sometimes? I don't know.
Yes.
I've seen better photos of that hat. So I'm not a big fan of that.
In fact, let me go.
Won't be purchasing it.
See the top of it is tilted a little bit. This one is kind of straight up. From what I could tell.
Crockett agrees with me on the song choice for that one. Oh, and love the song. So catchy. Oof, give me the EBGBs, that song.
I mean, I like the song, but again, that's really when we started going to Disney, so that nostalgia.
So it's sentimental.
Yeah.
Sure. Everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
For sure.
Here's the
all right now.
And the long sleeve.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we have an alternate spirit jersey here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. I love that with Mickey, waving his hands around. You got some magic happening in the air.
Yeah.
I love the one of him flying there. So this is something Disney's kind of doing now, right? They're doing the spirit jersey, but they're doing, I feel like, more sweatshirts than they've done before. I feel like the one on the left is a sweatshirt. I love the Disney down the side. I love and hate the fact that I live in Florida, so I can't purchase that. I wonder if that's just a long sleeve shirt. I wonder.
I don't know. I when you said it, I thought, oh, maybe no. I think that's the T-shirt. But then again, looking at it, it might be a sweatshirt. I'll let you know Saturday.
Yeah, makes me want to go there. Second guessing.
There's another set of ears and a plushie.
Yep. I feel like I've seen a version of those set of ears before, but that
Hmm.
Mickey is not new unless they tweaked him a little bit. That Mickey's not new. I think they just put him
Gotcha.
there.
They just put him with it.
But yeah, or it could just be an updated version of what they've done before, but very cute.
Hmm.
Love that Mickey. Yeah.
This T-shirt showed up. Another Valentine's Day T-shirt.
Anne said she needs to take a call. Ha ha ha.
Uh,
So I love the Donald is dreaming of Daisy and Daisy's dreaming of Donald T-shirts that Tammy and I got.
Mhm.
This one's very cute though too. I would sign off on that one. Main Street Valentine, To Infinity and Beyond, Castle Cuties, Soarin' Sweethearts, My Greatest Adventure. Very, very cute. I love it.
Yeah.
But we probably won't get a second Valentine shirt.
Yeah. I would say one is enough. But I'll take a look at this one because we don't have a Valentine shirt for the two of us.
Ann Gilnack in chat, says, why weren't these at Springs the other day? And that begs the question or reminds me of a conversation Tammy and I had the other day. And it's just like, why do things have to show up in one place and not the others?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of wish if these T-shirts, like you should be able to, I mean, unless it's a specific Epcot shirt, yeah, it should be at Epcot only. But this is a generic shirt that should be everywhere upon its debut, not just like, we're going to roll it out in Hollywood and in a few days it'll be at Magic and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And I kind of think, and I guess they do this already, right? But World of Disney should really have a lot of the stuff right there. Even for the different parks. Like they should have a parks section.
Yeah.
Some Epcot merch, some Hollywood merch, and so on.
Well, I mean, as big as that store is, they could certainly do that and kind of focus it that way, but I don't know why they don't. So the other part, I thought we would go through some questions. I mean, this is an edutainment podcast, right? So we try to educate you and entertain you. Once every season, you're entertained, so that's good. So I thought we would pick up some questions that I've seen in some of the Facebook Disney groups and see how we would answer them. So here's one that says, hi, what is your opinion? And folks in chat, feel free to answer along. What is your opinion on Roundup Rodeo Barbecue versus Sci-Fi Drive-In? I have a 5-year-old son who I think would like either, but would love to know your opinions on both. I'll let you go first.
So Roundup Rodeo Barbecue or Sci-Fi, you said?
Yeah.
Well, it's two very different experiences. Did she mention how old the kids are?
5-year-old boy.
Okay, sorry. I didn't hear all the details because I was trying to put this hat on and trying to situate it so it doesn't hurt the scar.
Yeah.
Scar. Just call me Scar for now. 5-year-old. I think it's a no-brainer because of the age. I think that I would take my 5-year-olds to the Roundup Barbecue because the theming is incredible. You really feel like you're part of Andy's toys. The interaction that you have when you have to act like a toy would be so much fun for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute no-brainer. Food-wise, as an adult, I'd probably go to Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater instead. And the atmosphere is great. Both have great theming, great atmosphere. But, never been a big fan of the menu over there. But if I went there, I would take the 5-year-olds there for those reasons, for the theming.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to restaurants for theming.
Absolutely. I would agree with you there. probably Roundup Rodeo Barbecue for the theming. I don't know how many 5-year-olds are going to like the barbecue. So the menu, I think, would win out for me for sci-fi. But the theming, I would say, would be Roundup Rodeo in that case. So I'd go with Roundup Rodeo.
I don't even know if Jacob and I were talking about restaurants on stream the other day, were we? But we were talking about, I was like, hey, give me your, I think we were. I was like, give me your top 3 restaurants you'd like to do on stream in 2025. And we brought up barbecue, and I think we decided to kind of forego that one this year. Not the greatest rib maker in the world, but the way I do them, it's hard to find ribs now that are that good. And they don't even come close over there. I mean, you got to chew them a little bit. They're not fall off the bone. And I'm not a big fan of the smoked stuff, and I think they smoke them.
Well,
I don't know.
Even though I live in North Carolina, I'm not, and my whole family, not big barbecue eaters. So for us...
Oh, I love barbecue. I love barbecue. Do you? Well,
let me not say love. I like barbecue, but it certainly would not be my first choice.
Now, if their barbecue tasted a lot more like Flame Tree, or even Regal Eagle, I think we would go there more often.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully that person's listening. And they got some good tips there.
I saw this one. It's not a tip. Well, it's not a question. They're giving a tip, and I thought you could add into this. It says, do yourself a favor. If you're at the Poly Tower, eat at the Wailulu Bar and Grill, order the Wayfinder Burger. Wow. So what did you think of the menu there?
And
you didn't have the burger, though.
No, I didn't have the burger. You know what, though? I would say, okay, since they said that, I will try that Wayfinder burger next time. I did want to get it, but I was just looking for a healthier option that night. And the catch of the day, the fish sounded really good, and that dish was really good. And I also tried one of the appetizers, which was out of this world, which was the rice with the Spam wrapped in seaweed. That was just amazing. So we were all happy with our food there that night. So highly recommend the Wailulu Bar and Grill for atmosphere and very good tasting food. As a matter of fact, I had a little bit of Greg's dish too. It was the pork shank. You didn't even need teeth to eat that thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
So, and the atmosphere is out of this world. So, Wailulu Bar and Grill all the way.
Okay.
And if anybody's interested, if they didn't see it, just look back on our live stream 2 Wednesdays ago, where we did a live review from the Wailulu Bar and Grill. And we just released yesterday our Disney Island Tower video walkthrough with the room tour as well as the full property tour as well.
Yep.
And I did it with you notice not many people were in the lobby. We filmed that at like 1 a.m. That was like a 1 a.m. filming.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was a great tour, great look at the building, at the room. So yeah, if you haven't watched that, go watch that one. Get a really good look. And then the terraces too. The terraces are really, really cool. And they're all different. Some were kind of more intimate. And then there was that one with the, that nesting type of chair. Somebody can tell me what it is in chat.
Yeah. And did you know, I don't know if I pointed this out in the video, that lobby, there is no concierge and not a single desk for assistance. They will have some cast members out there with iPads to maybe assist you with some information, but you actually check in at the Classic Poly, and then you have to come over and take your room. And I am trying to make this a thing. Classic Poly. That's the Classic Poly now.
All right, another one says, looking for a good restaurant in the Bubble or the Springs to celebrate our anniversary while we are in Disney this year.
I mean, that's a whole thing. We don't know how much they want to spend. Assuming they don't want to go cheap, I guess we go mid-range and upper, right? I mean, obviously, you could do Victoria and Albert's, which is like a $400 per person kind of experience or something, right? 400, it's 4 hours long, something like that. One of my clients that I know is doing that for her birthday really soon, which is pretty cool. I'll have to get her experience from that. But we're not going to go that high. Let me think. Where would they go? Where would we send them? If you think of something before I do, let me know. If I was choosing Springs, boy, there's a lot of choices there. Man.
Well, I would say outside of Springs, I would say Steakhouse 71.
I was thinking that too, but I've never been. But if I did, I would eat on the roof.
Oh, okay. All right. And then at Springs, I would say Maria and Enzo's. I thought it was good. Of the ones that I've had, I thought that was good.
Yes. That was so great with Anne. We have to do that again. You know what? That is a restaurant that is worthy live streaming. We need to live stream that in 2025 and eat at Maria and Enzo's. People just don't know. When they walk by Maria and Enzo's, you have no idea what is inside that restaurant. Zero. You think you just walk in and it's, maybe it's not that big. Oh, let me tell you, there's a whole staircase and a whole grand ballroom where the ceiling is like 100 feet. It is deep into the ground. It is very impressive. Most impressive.
Very, very. It's funny. When we walked in, you guys were already sitting, and we said what party we were looking for, and they were like, "Oh, they're right down here." And I'm looking down like, where am I? But I did. I ended up seeing Neil right away, but. Like it's massive. So yeah, I think live streaming that would be pretty cool.
I don't want to get too many. Oh, so yeah, so that we'll go. You're gonna go with that with Springs, I guess. For me, park wise, not gonna send them to Magic Kingdom. Epcot's probably the place to go, and maybe a Tutu Italia. We're going Italian again.
Okay.
Probably send him there. I'm a little upset with the chef over there, Chefs de France, so I'm not sending him there right now. He's on notice with me. I don't want to miss any questions in chat either. We had, let's see. Where was it?
Oh, Fly Girl says they have Steakhouse 55 at Disneyland Hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, right?
Yep.
That makes sense for the year. Oh, it looks like I missed a question. If anybody has a question that we didn't answer, definitely put a question mark in there. Put 3 question marks ahead of it so we can catch it. I'll go back. I found one. Stephen, Tony, Corey, where are your best burgers in the parks? One that really stands out. 2 that really stand out to me are actually at resorts, which is Wilderness Lodge. The name is going to escape me at the moment. You go down by the water. There's a bar down there, and they have a bison burger down there. That's one of the best burgers I've ever had.
Yeah.
That one was crazy good. I did a vlog early summer as one of the best burgers, and that was over at the Riviera downstairs by the pool, believe it or not. Sometimes you can find the best things in the oddest places, but I can't remember. The name is escaping me of the name of the little place, but it's right by the splash pad and all that. It has open walls right there, which is neat. You can
Mhm.
go in your bathing suit and get a seat and eat. Very good burger right there. For the parks, though, I can't remember if you're really a burger guy, so I don't even know if you can comment on that. I'm not going to Magic Kingdom, trying to find the best burger.
What? You don't think Starlight Cafe has the greatest burger?
Listen, if you want to compare it to McDonald's, maybe. Not bad. It's okay. Epcot, have I had a good burger? Well, you want to know what's a step above Magic Kingdom? It's not quite your gourmet bison burger, but I always, when there's no festival, what do I get? I get the French, is it called the French onion burger? French onion? Or the French bistro burger?
French bistro burger. Yep.
That French bistro burger has been good. Now, it was better upon its debut as opposed to lately, but that was a go-to burger for me over there, Steve, if you want to go over to Connections and try that one. And as far as Hollywood, no. So I think those are the best burgers, so you might want to just take a trip. Those are ones that are worth taking a trip outside the park for.
Crockett says Steakhouse 71, Three Bridges, Geysers Point, and Raglan Road have the best burgers for them.
Listen, I haven't yet to do it, but I do want that steak. I want that burger at Steakhouse 71. Steakhouse 71 they've had a deal. I don't know if they still have the deal, but if you go for lunch, I think it's like $21. You get that beautiful burger and fries and maybe a drink. Like, it's a nice little package. So I would believe that.
Pamela V says Bison Burger is at Wilderness Lodge. Geyser Point is the name of that one.
Geyser Point. That's it. Yes. Thank you. Let's see. What's need to have Greg book the bungalows over the water, says Shirley. Don't tempt him. Is it a good idea to buy a food package, says Fly Girl? What happens with that is you have to decide. What happens is when you buy a food plan, you're going to pay more for your stay if you stay on property. You have to stay on property to do that, right? I think you do. I think that's how they get you.
Yes, that would sound
right. So you're going to pay more. It seems like you're saving, and there's ways that you can. There's strategies. But to make it basic, we've gotten into this in detail before. If you want to go basic on it, it's more for convenience. Don't look at it as like you're really saving money, because you're going to pay more to stay at the resorts, but you're going to get your food for air quotes free. But maximize that. Get your money's worth of it. Mm-hmm. Don't go to a restaurant and get something that's $20. Get the $40 meal and really make it worth your while. You can do that. So we always did the food package when we traveled. We don't travel anymore, but we still would do it. So that's my advice. Always do the package, because you can say, all right, I'm going to save 30% on my resort stay and I'll just buy the food. But if I know me, I'm not getting the $40 thing every night now. Now I'm getting, the $13 thing here and there or something, which is okay. You still end up full. But you can, if your goal is to just eat carefree and not worry about spending that money, and just ordering the best things on the menu, do that. What some people might not know, though, is even though you have the dining package, right, and you have booked Cinderella's Royal Table, and you've booked other restaurants in other parks, you're still dropping some money because you have to pay for the tip. So there's always been times when we did the meal package where you're done, you get the receipt anyway, and you look and you're like, oh, okay, well, the amount we did spend, they still base the tip on what you got on the menu. So you're still dropping $40. You're still dropping $40 at that meal. So they kind of got you there too.
So I just put the link in chat for the episode of the DizPod where we talked about the Disney dining plan because I had just come back from vacation with my family and friends, and we did the dining plan while we were there. So we did a total deep dive into whether it was worth it, what it costs, what you get with it. So check out that link, because that'll give you all the information for the dining plan.
I love that. You know what we need? We need a master list. We need a master list of the pods that we've done with that kind of detail, so that when we're live in the parks or we're live right here, we can refer people to the work we've done already.
Yeah. What I need to do, I have the list. Thank goodness for Google Sheets. I have a list of every DizPod that we've done and what the topics were, and I know when our 100th episode is going to be. I already have it mapped out. So,
I know it's going to be after 99.
Ding! That guy's
Winner.
a smart guy. That's why he's on the left side of the screen there.
Yeah.
But what I need to do is put the link next to that on the list. This way I can just find it and drop it in. So
yes,
because we've done some really good episodes about different topics. Disney bounding we did, traveling with seniors, traveling with toddlers, a lot of how to do Disney in the rain. Some really good episodes. So make sure to
Crockett has some ideas too about some burgers there, which is actually both at Universal Studios City Walk, Pat O'Brien's and Cowfish. Okay.
Cowfish.
I've never eaten at Cowfish. I've never had Cowfish before.
Yeah, we have a Cowfish here in the Raleigh area. So I've been to Cowfish. I don't think I've been to Pat O'Brien's.
I have not.
I don't know. So that's good. So you got some good burgers around the Orlando area. That's good.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna head inside the parks.
Let's head inside the parks. This week in the parks kicked off. We always go back to Saturdays, right? Saturdays, we were, if we're just talking about Saturdays then. Right?
Yeah.
We're not going back to Wednesdays. Saturdays, lots of fun, of course. It always is. Had a lot of fun. It felt like old times, Lawrence. Living in Diz was not made up of one or two or three members. It was made up of the full clan.
Mm-hmm.
And it really just felt like old times. We had a great time with Jacob and Jill, Tammy, and had the pleasure of hanging out with Ann Gilnack and her sister, which is a very, very nice and beautiful lady. I just felt like she was there to do anything Ann wanted to do, even if she was tired. She was there and supportive and even following us around and watching us do some food reviews and things like that. So shout out to her. What another great lady. And so we set out to do Festival of the Arts in more detail than we have so far. But we didn't. I don't think we did. We didn't look as much art as expected, but I think we just had a really fun time. I think that stream really flowed. We started with some merch. We discovered a new Figment pass holder shirt. And, Tammy likes opening up the stream with some shopping. So we did that. And she runs around like a crazy woman these days, looking for all kinds of merch right out of the gate. And once we did that, Jacob wanted to try the soft shell crab, and Jill wanted to too. So we had the soft shell crab again. Not great. I like the novelty of it, there's this whole crab with its claws sticking out of the slider bun.
Sure.
And that kind of thing. Very tasty, but not spectacular. What would make it better? Maybe whatever sauce is on it, maybe just douse it with more sauce. I'm a sauce guy.
Mm-hmm.
So sauce it up. That booth has been very, very busy. That's Opening Bites, they called it, which is pretty cool. But that's been a very, very busy spot. And I'm not sure if there in line for the crab or they're in line for something else. But it's the busiest I've seen that area since it's opened.
Okay.
And let's see. We had to go back, and it was the first time us visiting Pop Eats this time. Jacob absolutely loves the grilled cheese. And the grilled cheese and tomato soup. And we commented on this thing where, you know how you love something and you know it's great, but you don't realize how great it is until you sink your teeth into it again.
Mm-hmm.
I had the total opposite effect of that with the beef bourguignon. I remembered how good it was, and then Chef de France picked up a new chef, and he decided to mess with it, and not as good. But you know, this grilled cheese with the fried green tomato and all that, we're getting that again. I mean, the sourdough bread was toasted just enough so that you had a little bit of crunch, but you still had kind of that look of butter in it, you know, very yellow in the bread itself. And then it had just enough crunch and the tastes, just varying tastes inside there. Just a 5 out of 5 easily. You could tell we were both enjoying it. I enjoyed it so much, I ate half the sandwich before I thought to even dunk it. And we all know that dunking grilled cheese is great, but this can survive on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely on its own. You know, when you just have a grilled cheese and you dunk it, the tomato soup enhances it. I almost thought the tomato soup took away from it. It was so good.
Okay.
So drink your tomato soup. Spoon it, drink it. And it comes with like a little cream on top, the tomato soup. So, and you get a really cute collectible can. We already have some, so we just kind of toss those away. But very keepable collectible can as well. And the other thing we went out to eat is over in Germany. We grabbed the German Black Forest cake, and you ate 2 of those last time. Listen, that's another thing we have to get again. It is incredible. I mean, it's like a chocolate mousse maybe inside, and it's I call it candy coated, chocolate candy coated shell, and deep inside you've got those, is it Modelo cherries they call them or something? You have the cherries and the gel with little whipped cream on top. It's just everything. So
good. So
good.
Yeah, I'll be
good.
Getting 2 of those probably.
We looked at some art, which is amazing. We were able to nail a guest for the future, which is Greg McCullough. What an amazing guy. Got to talk to him. He was more than ready to say hello. I mean, say hello, to accept my invite to the podcast. Really cool guy. Y'all going to love him. You're going to have a lot of fun on that podcast with him as well. And just as I sit here talking and working at my workstation each and every day, he created this too.
Isn't that crazy?
He created a lot of stuff. He said what they've done over time is they have taken the image, say, of Mickey and the cake, and they've just used something else these days. But this is still his creation, all of this around it, the framing.
Yeah,
so,
we pretty lucky between Greg and Brian Blackmore, who will be coming on the show in a couple of weeks, who also worked for Disney as an artist for 30 years. So many things that he created. For example, the Magical Express, the Mickey with the hat on the side of the bus. Brian Blackmore created that, you know. And here, Greg created the button. How many of those buttons do they give away a day? It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible. I mean, I probably have, they're not over there. 2, 4, 6. I'm looking at 7 right now over there on my wall.
Kimberly says she loves his artwork. Yeah. Wait till you all hear. I don't even want to tell you all the work he's done. He is going to show us an amazing array of what he's done. When I gave Tammy the stream so I could talk with him a little bit, and the kids came over and they were amazed at all of the samples that he showed us of things he's done. I guarantee a lot of the things he showed us, you have all seen before. We just think these artists show up and want to sell their canvases, but some of these artists go way beyond that with Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, and just by the way, he's like, oh, my wife took up painting 5 years ago. Her art is hanging in the tent as well. It's like, what? Yeah,
Incredible.
She did one of the small worlds we showed and all that too. So great meeting him. He'll be coming on in the future. Did you reach out to him yet?
No, he is next on my list.
Cool. And I guess we could say we definitely got to take a look. The kids had not seen the on-Broadway 30 Years on Broadway display in the Communicore. I don't even get tired of that. Could probably go see it again when we're there. It's such a great display of Broadway costumes and examples of set design. And it's amazing. What I pulled from that is that the choice of materials, Pumbaa is a whole different type of material used and different dynamics to control him because he's a certain size. And then you've got a zebra and how they decided to put the actor in the zebra costume is kind of crazy. Or the giraffe is really neat. And we showed that in detail too. So if people haven't seen it, you can go back and watch that Saturday's live stream at Epcot when we went through there. And some really cool props. We did the Broadway performance with Ashley Brown, and I forgot the male name, but I don't know if he was a Fitzgerald or
something. I can't remember his first name.
Amazing voices. He's the longest running Mufasa actor for Lion King, was one of his accolades. Ashley Brown starred, I think she was the longest running Mary Poppins actress on Broadway. So we watched that. Great show. Loved it. And then we watched Luminous, and Jacob and I noticed that Ashley Brown and her family were watching Luminous not far from us. There's a little dock you can go down to, and they were right there. So when the show ended, we had turned around and we were talking to, I believe, Anne and Tammy. We were chatting for a moment, and some couple that was over there. And Ashley came through with her crew of like 20 family members. And previously to that, when we were sitting waiting for the Broadway show to start, I didn't know who he was, but this little boy came over and showed me his phone and said, "I'm watching your channel." I'm like, "Oh, that's great, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for watching." And he comes out with Ashley, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "Hey, Ashley, you did a wonderful job. You're very talented. Congratulations." She goes, "Oh, thank you so much." And I look down and I see her, which turns out to be her nephew. I'm like, "Oh, he's with you? Who is he?" She's like, "Oh, that's my nephew." I said, "Oh, okay." And he was, we were able to, he goes, "I have a YouTube channel." I'm like, "Really?" And we got some of you all to subscribe to him, which was great. And then his dad said it would mean a lot to him if he got a picture with you. And I'm like, "All right, bring in Tammy and Jacob." I don't think Jillian was there at the moment. So we took some photos with him, which I thought was ironic and cool because I didn't get to ask Ashley for a picture with her. But you figured that if a picture was going to be taken, it would have been us with her. But instead it was her family asking to take photos with us. So I thought that was pretty cool too. And ended the typical night with a World Showcase walkthrough, which we owe Anne a button. And anyone watching on the video podcast, which is happening live right now, if you walk the World Showcase with us, you do get one of these pins. There you go. You get one of these pins, and it says, "I walked with Diz," and it has all the countries represented in Mickey's. You do earn one of those. Anne has one coming her way when she comes to visit. Court on Main Street's coming too in the near future. And I've got to make sure I bring those with me so that she can get one as well. And did Luminous, and we did a little shopping to end the night. And it was another amazing in the parks.
Yep. Looking forward to tomorrow at Magic. I have the post show already lined up, although for the life of me I can't remember what it is. But it's going to be good. We'll just say that. I know we're going to do 2 rides. We're going to do a roller coaster. We're going to start out with a roller coaster. I might even throw in a second roller coaster. and a nighttime spectacular, if I remember correctly. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
Love it.
Looking forward to it.
Love all of that. So I guess we can go to our sponsor quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard, Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate, LLC, and he is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 15 years of experience in the Disney area home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? Visit celebratingflorida.com today to learn more about Victor's exclusive range of properties and schedule a viewing with Victor. Your dream home is just a click away. And I guess I can say, as it's been going on for many, many Sundays, you can catch Victor's live streams of touring homes right here on Living in Diz most Sundays.
Not this Sunday.
But not this Sunday. That's right. Lawrence won't be here. And there'll be no pre-show or anything like that for Saturdays as well. It'll be a straight-up live stream because Lawrence will be in the parks with us.
Yep. But yeah, the live streams for Victor have been working out well. He is testing some new equipment. So probably coming to you in 1080p very soon. And when you're looking at those beautiful homes, seeing them in 1080p will be so much better. So he's working on that. I'm helping him behind the scenes.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
Public apology to, she's probably going to be like, this is not even necessary, but Kimberly Park World, love her to death. We were talking about Tutto Italia the other night when I was walking through the World Showcase, and I was teasing her, but I just wanted to make sure that she knew I was teasing her because she had said, we were talking about the great dishes at Tutto Italia. And she's like, I love the spaghetti and meatballs. And I'm like, but who gets that when you spend all kinds of money? Who gets spaghetti and meatballs? But it's totally fine. If that's what she loves and it was great, that's all that matters. So I was just teasing you there, my friend. So much love, and watch and listen to Park World, everybody. If you're addicted like me, I'm addicted to Park World, maybe more than Disney t-shirts. Listen to Park World Radio. You can get it on the Live 365 app, as well as 24 hours a day on livingindiz.com, our amazing website. So that's it.
As we wrap up here, let me remind you, there's a special edition of the DizPod this Thursday at 7:30.
No, 7.
Okay.
Why do you think it's 7:30? Because Jason asked me about that too, and I'm like, no, it's 7. Did we ever say it was 7:30? Did I mess up?
I thought at some point. Okay, so 7 o'clock this Thursday, special edition of the DizPod with Jason O'Brien, who is the director and producer of the Living in Diz movie, and then we will debut the movie for all of you to see. Then as the movie finishes, that Living in Diz presentation will kick you right back over to us in the studio for a little Q&A with the three of us again for about 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. We also have Cyan Nardiello, who is the CEO, under 30, by the way, CEO of Once Upon a Nanny, which is a nanny service that you can use in the resorts and in the parks. So she'll be coming on the following week. And then Brian Blackmore, who, as we spoke about, is a Disney artist for over 30 years, will be joining us. And we'll have Greg on a future episode. We also have some other content creators that are getting lined up to join us in the next coming months. So we're staying very busy right here.
Yeah, that sounds great. And on the way out, we'll say blast the chat for Tony and Steve. Steve and Tony. They just dropped an LID VIP gift, and it went to Shirley. No, it didn't. Shirley's name popped up at that. It went to Angelina.
Hey.
Roman. Yeah, all right, Angelina. That is a $5 membership in Worth, everybody. It's good for 30 days. You get your name highlighted in green. You get use of the emojis in the channel for the next 30 days, which our featured character of the month is Oswald in 3 different forms. And you get your name listed on livingindiz.com and your name listed in the credits at the end of future live streams. We hope you love that membership so much that you'll join back when it ends. And there are many different price points with many different benefits.
Yep. That's Nick's twin, my sister.
Yeah, I figured that.
So I didn't even know. Oh, there she is. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate you hanging in there in the beginning. And tomorrow night we should have points live and all the fun stuff that we do on the channel, and plenty of people watching on all the other platforms, trying to bring them over to join all of you great folks on Living in Diz as we head out to Magic Kingdom tomorrow night.
Sounds great. Until then, we are just a couple of bros talking Disney.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Get your jersey merch. DizPod.
Where the magic's here to stay.